Hi and welcome to Life Inside and Out with Carina. I am Carina and I am super excited to be here to talk about meditation, because on this channel we talk about life from the inside and out. We talk about how to create our lives from the inside and out, how to create a greater inner well-being to make room for a greater outer well-being, because that's how it works. It works. We create everything from within us before it actually shows up outside of us, whether we are aware of it or not. That's what happens. And when it comes to meditation, it's something that's been around for such a long time that everybody has heard of it. And when I grew up, meditation was something you just didn't do. It was woo-woo, it was new age, it was hippie, it was something that you weren't supposed to be. I was born in 1970 in Sweden, and at the generation that my parents are a generation that moved further away from the church and the rules and everything that came with that, and they tried these new things, these different things of freedom, and they went with the flow and all of that. But of course society didn't like that. And anyway, meditation was something that was brushed off. It was not something you were supposed to do, and it didn't do anything good for you anyway. It just made you weird. Today, we know so much more. Today, it's common use with meditation. Today, doctors, therapists, psychiatrists recommend meditation. And they're doing it for a reason. They're doing it because science proves over and over and over and over again that meditating is beneficial. It's beneficial for you. It's beneficial for your mental health, for your emotional health, for your physical health. It's beneficial for your life. And it's beneficial for everybody around you, because when you meditate, you become calmer, you become more peaceful, you become more focused, you become more creative, you become more of who you are, and that always is beneficial for the people around you in your world. So it's not just for you, but you are the focus, the focal point of your life, and you need to be, because it happens literally from within you. So why do we want to meditate? Well, what happens when we meditate? So there are a lot of things that's happening in you and outside of you when you meditate. And the number one thing that happens is that your mind is soothed, it's calmed, it gets to take a little bit of a step back and chill for a while, because we have to realize that our minds, in the society that we live, in the way that most of us live our lives, we spend about 70% of our time of our lifetime in survival mode, and we're not supposed to be in survival mode. And when we're in survival mode, we don't function properly. The systems in our bodies don't function properly. And we have so many different systems in our bodies. We are made up of different systems to function. Each organ has its own system. The communication between the organs have different systems. There's just systems everywhere. And it's systems outside of us. Everything is just different kind of systems. No matter if you're looking at it from a mental, emotional, or physical point of view, it doesn't matter. From an energetic point of view, it doesn't matter. There's just a bunch of systems. And these systems are supposed to be led from the heart. And when we spend so much time in our heads, in survival mode, that's where we're leading our lives from. And the mind isn't equipped to lead our lives. It's not equipped to be in control during situations that are not a direct survival threat to us. When we go into meditation, we start to soothe our minds. That's where the quieting your mind comes from. And quieting your mind is a skill. It's something we learn. Some people get it easy, some people never get it. And that's okay, because we don't actually need to particularly quiet our mind to benefit from meditation. We need to soothe our minds first and foremost. And we do that by going into meditation, right? By moving our focus from our heads to our hearts, to our bodies, to the universe, to wherever you want to be. That's not in our heads. So when we do this, what happens is that when the mind is soothed, when it's calming down, it becomes less chaotic. And the systems get a chance to start working in harmony, in coherence, in together with each other instead of in balance. The systems don't function properly without the support of each other, without being in harmony, in coherence, in balance with each other. And this is one of the things that meditation does for us. We have to move out of our minds. That's the most important part to begin with. And we can set an intention to move it towards quieting our minds. But be okay with not quieting. So when I first started to meditate, I soon realized that, okay, so I have to do this my way. I have to find my way, because I'm unique, you're unique, everybody is unique. Everybody has to find their specific way that works specifically for them. And there really are no rights or wrong with it. If you sit down 5 minutes a day and listen to something like my ASMR poem video, I'll post a link to it here. I posted it just a few days ago, and it's amazing. It's my poem done into an SAMR, which is kind of like a type of meditation, and it is also ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and it literally tickles your brain a little bit, tickles your senses. So it works on the subconscious and unconscious as well as the conscious, and it's super, super beneficial. So check that video out. And or whatever. There are so many ways. I used guided meditations. I tried a bunch of them, maybe 50 of them, before I found one that resonated with me, that felt like this is where I want to go. And of course, the journey to finding it was helpful because it did something for me. It helped to soothe my mind because I allowed it to soothe it. So what I realized was that I will not be able to quiet my mind right now. So what can I do to soothe it? So I started to watch my thoughts. I started to just let them fly by like clouds or whatever. They just flew by. And in the beginning, I found myself grabbing onto them and letting them lead me into another thought and another thought and another thought. And all of a sudden, I was not in meditation anymore. I was in this place of not being present in the moment. That's okay, especially in the beginning. It takes practice. It takes practice. It really does takes practice. We need to stop thinking that we have to do things perfectly the first time we do them. We almost always need practice to be better, to do things in a sufficient way, in a satisfying way. There's no difference with this. Whatever it is that you're doing, there's no difference to it. You need to practice. If you want something, you need to practice it. So I was laying down. I wasn't even sitting up. I was laying down. I had my headphones on and I tried these different meditations, and I decided to try this type of meditation to watch my thoughts. Now I know it's called Zen meditation. And when you grab your thoughts, when you realize that you grab your thoughts, that you went with a thought instead of staying in meditation, it's okay. Just be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself, and just move back into the meditation. Go back to focusing on your breathing, which is where most meditations start. Go back to focusing on your heart. Go back to focusing on whatever it is the guided meditation you're listening to are focusing upon. Because different meditations will focus on different things. There's no right or wrong here. There's so many different ways. There's guided meditations, there are binaural beats, there are white noise, there are ASMR, there's just sound meditations, there's quiet meditations, there's everything you can think of almost meditation. I really don't care how long you meditate for. I really don't care how long I meditate for. Sometimes it's for 5 minutes, sometimes it's for 2 hours. It doesn't matter as long as you do it, as long as you start practicing it, as long as you start taking a few minutes every day to move out of your head into your mind or wherever you want to go. Into the heart is where I recommend to go first, because it teaches our mind that we want our hearts to lead from the get-go, which I find very beneficial, and my clients have found it very beneficial as well. So that's where I recommend to start. And just do it, schedule it, take the time, because you cannot imagine, and I promise you this is true, you cannot imagine where your life can go. Like truly, you cannot imagine how good your life can be, how good you can feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. You cannot imagine the benefits coming from a regular meditation practice. There's just one way to find out, and it's to start doing it. It's to stop being afraid of it. It's to start buying into the old ideas. Meditation does that. It connects us with who we are. It connects us with everything and everyone around us, because everything is energy and there is no separation. So anyway, I would love for you to check out the video, the ASMR I Surrender the Poem video. Again, I will post it in the description box, a link in the description box as well. And just do it, just practice it. Don't be discouraged, just keep going. Just if you don't like one meditation, try a different one. If it doesn't work this way, try a different way. Learn about it, read about it. Just find your way. It's about finding your way, what works for you, because you are not me. You are you. You are not anyone else. You are you. Yes, there are certain things that is the same for each and every one of them, and that meditation is beneficial is one of them. So get meditating. Go on, go ahead. And, we're creating more meditation videos of different types for different purposes. And I will definitely talk more about meditation. So stay tuned, and who knows what we're talking about in the next video, right? Bye. Oh, before I say bye, remember to subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Don't miss my uploads. And check out my Patreon page, because you get some useful tools to further move your life to feeling better. And you can even get some coaching sessions through there. So now, bye. Bye.